Alright guys, and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be teaching you how you can get an extremely big experience boost to get ahead of everyone for when TBC launches. Trust me guys, this will not be a basic video telling you to get 20 quests ready to turn in for TBC. It is going to be much more advanced than that. If you min-max a method I'm going to teach you today, you can very easily get very close to being level 62. If you want to be precise, it's 1 level and 3/4. It's roughly a total of 800,000 experience points, but you can push it a little bit further with particular raid items. But in order to do that, you will have to min-max everything in this video, and it will take you quite a lot of time, to be honest, but at the end of the day we do probably have a lot of time before TBC actually comes out. And obviously if you've already completed a lot of quests on your main character, you may not be able to have access to all of these quests because you've already completed them. So this video is really absolutely perfect for a new fresh alt that you've just made who's completed no quests close to the level 55 to 60 mark, particularly certain dungeon quests. Now before I've even started the video, I'm going to actually address the biggest criticism of the video, because I know that it's going to come up in the comment section. So you're probably thinking, you know, anyone can just get 20 quests, turn them in and then rush into Outland, okay? First of all, good luck getting into Outland at launch. Honestly, good luck guys, because I reckon only a few very lucky people are probably only going to be able to get into Outland very early. The vast majority of people are going to try and jump into the portal, get stuck on a extremely long load screen and have their game crash. Just think about it guys, everyone is probably going to log out of the dark portal and then log in ready for when TBC launches. It's just going to be utter chaos, and I don't think Blizzard are going to layer it very effectively. They didn't with Classic WoW, they didn't with the Wall of Zodrano launch, which is very similar to this kind of launch. And every time it is just utter chaos, okay? Completing a quest in the Hellfire Peninsula is going to be extremely difficult, never mind actually getting on a flight path to On a Hold or Fralmar in the first place, because I imagine that's going to be extremely laggy too, and you can't exactly just walk past all of those demons. Let me tell you the kind of mindset that I have, okay? Even if I spend about 1 to 2 hours doing stuff in Azeroth on launch, getting very close to level 62, in my opinion is definitely worth it, you know, because it's better than just being stuck on a load screen for the whole time. And even if, you know, by some miracle that getting into the Dark Portal and getting into Hellfire Peninsula is pretty smoothly, and then people go and do dungeon grinding and everything like that, spending 1 to 2 hours getting close to level 62 is going to be much faster than grinding from dungeons from level 60 to 62. And if you're a mage, you can do this much faster, and also if you're a druid too, because we'll be actually using the Mooglane teleport. And if you do this in a group with a mage, then yeah, you could definitely get this method done very quickly. You may also be thinking, isn't it better in the long run to farm reputation as early as you can when you're doing Hellfire Citadel dungeons? Yeah, fair enough, that could be a good point, but not everybody needs On a Hold or Fralmar rep anyway. Some people do generally just want to jump into Slave Pen and Underbog and just, again, like get ahead of the curve. So you're probably thinking that the play is to get 20 really big chunky dungeon XP quests because they give the most XP. And yeah, you cannot be half right, definitely on the track of what is best in slot, but what is actually better to do is prioritize quests that quickly chain into new quests that can be turned in straight after that quest for absolutely zero effort for much more XP. I'm going to give you some crazy examples of that in a second. Because there is actually 3 main elements of this guide. First of all, these huge chain quests, okay? Like some quests can even get like you 40,000 XP nearly, okay? Secondly, we want to get quests where you can actually get the item to complete the quest without actually having the quest, because it's like a trade skill item that can be bought on the auction house. And then thirdly, we want quest pickup items where you click the item in your bag and then you get a quest, and you can, you know, stack these obviously over the 20 quest cap. And then obviously, fourthly, there is the actual route I would recommend to take for both Alliance and Horde. So let's talk about some of these big boy quests. Some quests you can have ready to turn in, and then you instantly turn them in to give you another quest, okay? A lot of the time you just have to go around the corner, talk to a bloke, and then you get another big chunk of XP. The biggest one is actually the Above and Beyond quest chain, okay? Basically, you can have the quest ready to turn in for 14k XP, you just have to kill the last boss of Strat Undead. Then you go around the corner, talk to a bloke, you get another 9,000 XP, And then it tells you to open a box for another 14,000 XP for a total of 38,150 experience in a space of a few seconds. And there are many different quests where you can essentially take advantage of this little trick. I'm going to leave a big Google Drive document of all these quests in the description of this video, amongst some other things. And if you can get all of these best in slot quests turned in, you will get a total of 490,000 XP, which is just a hairline shy of level 61. But luckily we have plenty more quests that we can get even more XP and push over level 61. So there's about 22 quests that you can do without actually having the quest in your quest log. It just needs items that you can buy very easily off the auction house or go and farm them in the open world yourself. For instance, there are many Argent Dawn quests that you can turn in, other rep rewards essentially that were added in Phase 6. You get very easy stuff like Dark Iron Scraps, Core of Elements, which are very cheap on the auction house, and they give you 9,000 XP. So you just have to get them before TBC launches and then turn the quest when you go there. There's also the rep quest for both Zul'Gurub and Blood of Nor's Dormu, where you have to turn in essentially a necklace and a ring. Okay, but if you wait until you're totally exalted and until TBC launches without turning in anything in, right, and then you go to turn in the Zul'Gurub quests for the necklace, you will get 38,000 experience when you're exalted. You just need to keep turning it in. Okay, and the Brood one is 42,000. So that's just ridiculous. And then there's also the cloth quest turn-ins for each and every faction of your faction, which obviously includes a new one in TBC, for a total of 71,000 experience. So overall you can get 257,611 XP from these kinds of quests. Lastly, we have the quest on pickup items. There's a total of 8 items that you can get. The Horde have 1 extra for an extra 59,000 experience points, and you can also turn them in while you're cracking on with the route, so you may as well do them while you have them. Okay, and that's actually excluding the raid items that you can get. Obviously, Heart of the Car and Head of Nefarian and the Kel'Thuzad Phylactery, you can get an extra 57,000. With the Oni head, you can get an extra 28,600,000 for a total of 85,000. But for the Alliance, what you can actually do is at the beginning of the achievement quest line for 29,000 XP, which is a very quick chain quest. You literally just have to fly between Stormwind, Red Ridge, and Morgan's Vigil. You get 30,000 XP, and that's basically the thing I'm going to do rather than go through the effort of doing my Onyxia achievement on my new level 60. Because obviously to gold bid on the Onyxia head will probably cost me a lot of money, which I want to save for TBC. So guys, let me show you the route that I've made in Photoshop. Essentially what this route does is it goes through all of the multiple different quests that I have on the list, turning them all very efficiently, but then also picking up the quests that obviously we can get the items for before we get the quest, and then turning in the quest on pickup items. It's basically the most efficient route that I've managed to find, essentially getting around the entire world and then returning to the Dark Portal. So it starts here at Zul'Gurub Island, by the way. I should probably move that, shouldn't I? Yeah, so this is the Horde side one, as you can see here. Obviously this will be in the description as well for you to look at in your own time. And it starts in this direction because there's certain quests you have to get here that take you north to Eastern Plaguelands, and then there's certain quests that you have to get in the Badlands that take you to Orgrimmar. So this is kind of the route. You go up all the way through the Eastern Kingdoms, you go north and north, and then picking up certain quests, turning in certain quests, going through the Eastern Plaguelands, and then getting the the Zeppelin from Undercity over to Orgrimmar. And then there's a few things you got to do in Tanaris, then to Silithus, and then you Hearth. So these blue markers, that is when you Hearth, and then the line here going forward is you basically Hearthing to Winterspring, and then you go through Moonglade, and you're going to skip Darnassus and stuff obviously because you can't go there as Horde, and then back to Orgrimmar, and then basically getting the Zeppelin back to Gromgol, and then back to Blasted Lands, and then you jump into the Dark Portal. The Alliance one is much easier to see. Tell me if you need more detail of the maps, by the way guys, with directional like arrows and stuff like that. But the Alliance one here starts at Silithus, it goes all the way through Tanaris, and it goes through Felwood. The Horde one goes through Felwood as well, and then to Winterspring, and then you're picking up all these quests, but then you're actually going to Darnassus and to the Exodore, right? As the Exodore isn't on the classic WoW map, but you will actually go to Exodore to do your cloth turn-ins before you Hearth all the way to Sentinel Hill. The reason why you go to Sentinel Hill is because you probably want to do the Zul'Gurub necklace quest chain, get that turned in, and then you go back to Sentinel Hill, and then you're going all the way up the continent, and again, you're going up to Morgan's Vigil to do the Onyxia Attunement quest line. And then there's a few things on Morgan Vigil, again, that you need to pick up. Event at Ironforge to do your cloth stuff. And then you're going up, there's a few quests to do here in Western Plaguelands, where you just have to kill one dude in the Bulwark, which is very easy to do. You jump back, do the Eastern Plaguelands and Western Plaguelands route, and then you fly all the way down back to Blasted Lands. Now, this is a route tailored for basically the average player, but if you're a mage, you can definitely save a lot of time by teleporting to particular cities at particular moments in the route to, yeah, save yourself a little bit of time. And if you coordinate it as a group, then, you know, Bob's your uncle, because if you've got a mage friend, you know, get your mage to basically tag along in a 5-man group. You can even do it in a raid, actually, because none of these quests, I'm pretty sure, actually require you to, you know, be out of the group. And I'm pretty sure one of the quests, actually, the only quest you're really going to do is killing an NPC here in the Bulwark. Pretty sure that's a raid quest as well, anyway. I'll have to double check that. I just checked and it's not a raid quest, but you may as well do it as a group to save yourself a little bit of time for an extra big chunk of experience. Pretty much it, guys. The total amount of experience you can get from this route is 800,000, but you'll probably be able to get a little bit more, again, if you have these raid items in your bag as well, to easily push 1 3/4 of a level. So by the time you're in Outland, you only need to do a few quests and you're essentially level 62. I think you'll easily be able to jump into Zangarmarsh very early, maybe even Taroka Forest, within about a couple of hours. That's pretty much it, guys. Now, if you want more information on this route, I definitely recommend checking out my Twitch, because what I'm going to be doing over the next few months until TBC is essentially preparing everything that I've said in this video. Because I have a fresh level 60, well, it's level 59 at the moment, but it's going to be level 60 soon. So I essentially have a fresh level 60 priest that I'm going to be, I'm just going to be farming this method on that priest. I might be getting a few gear pieces here and there, but I'm really just focusing getting all these quests to a certain point where I can, turn them in extremely quickly for loads of XP when TBC launches. So again, if you want more information and you want to see the route in more detail, I definitely recommend checking out my Twitch. You'll obviously find that in the description of this video. I mean, I did actually make this video more for myself. It started off as a video, well, it started off as a plan that I was just going to make for myself for when TBC drops, so then I thought I'd make a video of it. And then, even at one point making this video, I was actually going to keep it a secret. But then I thought, you know what, I may as well just make a video out of it anyway, because I'm, not going to be one of the people who's going for world first level 70 or anything like that. So I think it'll just benefit, the general community instead. But anyway, my name is MetaGoblin. Until my next video, ciao.